And shit, Hammond is still shooting and fending off the merciless enemy. They could have given them a break because they are already going down. What more do the bastards want? Okay, maybe a little revenge. They had probably earned it already, but beware, they are still atomically armed and ready to rumble. They were on the verge of landing or crashing, depending on how you see it. Damn if a smart-ass Hun doesn't come in for a bird's-eye view of the outcome of this dramatic event. Still holding on, Hammond raises his trusted, fully atomic weapon and clobbers the foolish bastard. Curiosity bloody well killed him. Holy hell, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, I count 4. Not bad for a day on the wing, so to speak. At the very last second precisely, McLeod takes the wit out of the side slip and lands a perfect 3-point landing. If there was a runway underneath. But there isn't. It was shell-shocked terrain, and it literally grinds the Whitworth to a sudden halt almost instantly. McLeod went flying off the wing, somersaulted, then tumbled to a halt. Thankfully. He thought, phew, that was a hell of a ride. As he jumps to his feet, he was peppered with more bullet holes, but hurt more from the tumble. He ran, well, more like maybe dragged himself as nimbly as he could, to Hammond and heaved him from the flames and collapsed in a heap underneath Hammond, no longer able to budge. Mission accomplished. Didn't bomb the bloody artillery battery, but they did clobber 4 Fokkers, and that's pretty damn good, don't you think? Add that to the 1 he got with Key, and it adds up to 5. And that's the magic number for becoming an ace. So, here he is in no man's land, dying. Oh well. At least he would die an ace. And that should count for something, especially in heaven. Wouldn't you think? McLeod thought it was the end. Maybe Hammond too. But the soldiers in the bloody muddy trenches poured out. They had a bird's eye view of the whole bloody drama, and they thought these bloody airmen were friggin' crazy, unbelievable, incredibly brave, courageous heroes. After that affair, not that affairs were condoned, they thought these blokes deserved to be rescued. With guns ablaze in no time at all, the boys were safe in the friendly confines of the trench. Not that it was comfortable, but nobody else could take pot shots at them. They had taken their share of punishment. The medical staff patched them up and stopped the flow of blood. McLeod had 5 wounds and Hammond had 6. So he won on that account. Though I still don't know who really won that one. But they probably weren't counting anyway. No harm done except for a few Huns knackered. McLeod and Hammond were okay and on the mend. Well, when the squadron brass and public found out about their courage on the wing, they were soon the talk of the town. They were bombarded with get-well cards, gifts, not to mention a few marriage proposals, especially baby-faced McLeod, who couldn't get any rest or peace. Oh, he could have had all the pieces he wanted, but But there was not a lot of privacy in a hospital, so that was pretty well out of the question. And, oh yeah, King George VI personally awarded the Victoria Cross and pinned it on McLeod's breast. Oh, I mean chest. Both men survived the war and their wounds and were discharged into the public where they could be idolized. It looked like McLeod would survive the war because the Royal Flying Corps no longer required his bloody services. Lots of ladies would have loved to have experienced his services, but that was not to be. You see, they probably wanted to save him as a prized ace that survived the war, unlike the Red Baron who didn't, thanks to his buddy Roy Brown. They both sort of became national living treasures. Good on you, boys. You see, after that, Alan, that's his first name, didn't use it much. Damn if he doesn't catch a little old flu bug. However, it wasn't just a regular bug. It was Spanish influenza. It was a pandemic that was sweeping the globe. It was a very nasty little bug. Millions died, more than in the whole bloody damn war. Sure enough, it attacked our precious young lad, who is still only 19. Unlike those Huns, influenza won. Damn it! He was such a nice boy. He died November the 6th, 1918, under his father's tender care at home in Stonewall. It was a tearful funeral attended by many who wanted to say their final farewells. Hell, I guess he didn't actually survive the bloody war, but it was not the war that killed him. He was too good for that. However, it did end November the 11th, 1918, the day we celebrate Remembrance Day. So the first Armistice Day and the big celebration and worldwide party was still 5 days hence. He missed it. Damn it! May we remember and celebrate those who procured our freedom with stories like this. Why not learn more about that time when heroes were commonplace, as every man and woman who went to war? We should take a moment, or officially 1 minute, to remember the heroes of this era. It was their selfless deeds of courage and daring that in no small part helped vanquish the enemy. How can we ever forget? Well, how can we remember if we don't know? Now you do. So you have something to remember on the Remembering Day. It works better that way. Don't you think? Don't want to injure your remembering memory because it's empty and catatonic, do you? Alan McLeod, Courage on the Wing, is one of 99 short stories in my book, Stories from the Heart of Canada, by me, Lane. And that's all, folks. Or until our boys come home to rest. Yo.